Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Before I get started, I wanted to point out that my fiance pointed out to me that in my previous explanation video, um, while I covered all the points I wanted to, I missed a point. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now, and the way it's working, I'll probably end up doing it again later. But when I first discovered the Mandela Effect phenomenon, before I even met my fiance, uh, I had seen theories that quantum computers, also CERN, but quantum computers in general were, uh, some people thought they were all that was changing reality was quantum computers. And my cousin, who was uh, a quantum physicist, or he was a quantum physics major, he took it for 4 years and was one of the top quantum physicists at that time, or in his class anyway. And he said that the whole position of the galaxy thing could be explained by quantum computing. If you calculated a particle's exact position, its speed would change, and if you calculated its exact speed, its position would change. So you can't, and he figured they probably calculated one or the other. He was thinking they calculated position, so the speed changed, and then everything flew by. It was his theory on that, I think, at the time. But it got after then that translated to after I started doing videos, and after I met my fiance, of course, and then got her looking at it, and then we started doing videos, and then uh, I had never forgotten all the theories that it was the quantum computers that were changing reality. Sorry, my TV's on, guys. It was my quantum computer that was changing, or it was my quantum computer. Wow. It was quantum computers that was changing realities, was the theory, and that's where I was going. And my thought process turned to, well, what if some of these changes are being caused by quantum computers, like a lot of people's theories were? And what if those changes are codes? And that's when we started uh, our decode, and that would bring me right to my other video, which I'll link here below. So that's kind of how we came to that, and came to what we're doing. And I should have included that, but it was a 25-minute video anyway, right? So it's it's a lot to cover, guys, and it's a lot to. Sometimes I assume everybody knows what's going on, even when maybe they don't, and maybe more people do than I thought. A lot of people haven't seen the video, so maybe more people that are watching know what's going on. But we're going to get into this one, guys. We've been wanting to do this for a while. Uh, Spin Doctors, Two Princes. All right. Um, that's where we're at. And here it is in the chart. It's right here in this little loop. And it's up here, and it is at 0.62% variance percentage. Well, what it varied from its original form by my and my fiance's memory. So we went ahead and in this song, the word says changed to the word said. We already did this, guys. This was already done. The word ones, or the word ones changed to the word one, and loves changed to loved. So if you cross off S-A, S-A, right? That's how that works. You are left with Y-S-I-D. Because these are alike, so you cross off all the likes. Y-S-I-D, Y-S-I-D. One's changed to 1, and 1 crosses off, and you're left with an S. We brought the S here. And love's changed to loved. L-O-V-E is the same. So you got an S and a D, and an S and a D here. So that was interesting to me because, as I said in the previous video, when I was 18, I had a son who died of SIDS as an infant. And where we lived bordered South Dakota, and this was Y-SIDS, and I saw Y-SIDS South Dakota right away, Y-SIDS SD. And that was an interesting thing. And we've kind of wanted to decode it ever since then. I mean, it's probably completely a random coincidence. We already know now. I see SIDS in there, so that'll be simple. In genetics, we're going to have to, it's going to include SIDS, all right? That's all there is to it. I'm sure of it, but I could be wrong. So, YSIDSSD. So, and now we're going to hit finance, and we're going to go forwards. YSI ends up being CubeSmart on the New York Stock Exchange, and I found it via Bloomberg. DS is Drive Shack Incorporated on the New York Stock Exchange. We've had that before. SD is Sandridge Energy Incorporated on the New York Stock Exchange. ID is in Identelect Technologies Corporation. Identelect. That's a little disconcerting, but I might have to look into that company a little bit. Identelect Technologies Corporation on CVE. And SSD is Simpson Manufacturing Company Incorporated on the New York Stock Exchange, and that gets you through going forwards. And now you're coming back, and I hit DSS. And DSS, because we already did DS and SD, right? So coming back, it'd be the same thing. So I said DSS coming back instead. And you get Document Security Systems on the New York Stock Exchange American. All right, DIS ends up being Walt Disney Company on the New York Stock Exchange, and Y by itself ends up being Allegheny Corporation on the New York Stock Exchange, and that gets you through going forwards and backwards in the finance/stock market onto Prince's. And I'm looking at that Identelect Technologies Corporation. Right off the bat, it just strikes me because Technologies Corporation, but there's no telling. I'll have to look into them a little bit, see what they do, and see what the rest of the decode hits. So I'm kind of looking at them a little bit just because of that, but we'll see. And that's going to be it for this video. I don't know. I'll see. I might run, depending on how this uploads, we might run the genetics quick. But, yep. This is what we got to do in order to get answers. And like I said, you know, if the people's theory, and it's my theory too, guys. That theory of the quantum computing, I think that's a lot of it. I don't think that's all of it. Make no mistake. I don't think that's all that's going on. I think there definitely are shifts. Why wouldn't there be if you're dealing with multiple realities or infinite realities? In fact, there would definitely be shifts. So, and maybe some of those that we can't calculate are shifts. I think Kirk J mentioned a U, and I forget what it was now, but a U had capitalized and something, and a D had uncapitalized. Maybe that's an actual shift. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can figure it out, guys. I know some of this is really it's a pattern. So of course it's a pattern. It repeats. Um, and it's what a pattern it is, right? So I'm going to let this video go at that, cut it off here, and I will link the my previous video that was for everybody, kind of to bring everybody up to speed on what's going on and what we're doing. And we will get through these letters, hit numbers, and hit binary, and we'll see if we find anything. Uh, if we can even find anybody that's a suspect target for a quantum computer user or quantum network user. So far, who knows? I'm looking at Identilect just because of their name. Like, they look auspicious. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.